welcome back.
Not done yet.
We're gonna watch Zoff get pummeled a few more times because who likes that guy?
And this is we covered the story. This is just the alternate endings. The differences that you'll see between the two other alternate endings we'll be seeing.
Yeah, in truth, there's 4 different endings, but I'm only gonna be showing 3 because one of them is basically just the same thing.
Like pictures and all that?
Yeah, picture-wise. We were leaving Zolf behind because last time I took him with me. So just to kind of show off what else could happen. Right now, they're not going to show any mercy. They're going to try to attack me, and I'm going to brutally murder every single one of them. Just because, I don't know, because
well, you abandoned him.
Yeah, well...
They're probably not happy about that?
I don't think it's that they're not happy about leaving behind Zolf. I think it's more along the lines of, don't let him get back to the Bastion.
Because he has the shard.
Yeah, I have the final shard. I'm ready to go. It's just a matter of throwing the shard in and making my final choices.
When it comes to that, they don't really establish... you leave Zolf behind. Does the dialogue change any differently with Ruckus or with Zia?
Not really. That's something that's kind of interesting. They're so attention to detail, at least with the art, the environments and everything. But when it came to what they say, Zia and Ruckus don't mention whether or not you brought Zolf with you. I think that's really just left up to open interpretation. From my view, it's more of a, he already has to live with the burdens of whether or not he brought him, and he has to live with this decision. These choices. He's the one that has to live with it. Why bring it up and kind of disturb those wounds or those scars? Why jam a knife back right into the wound?
But other than that, there's I know there's scene changes, picture changes.
The pictures do change. We'll see it in a little bit. What we chose to leave Zolf behind, how it affects the characters, at least post game, because that's what these pictures ultimately are: is how the characters react to your choices, regardless of what you do, whether or not you leave them behind.
And Zia doesn't say anything regarding Zolf, does she?
No, which is interesting because they're supposed to share like the strongest connection, specifically because they're both Ulalas. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, like I said, I think it's just because she doesn't want to bring it up. She doesn't want to disturb the kid any more than he's already distraught.
Does her attitude change at all, or
no?
Obviously there's no.
What's worth noting though here is this is the first time, other than the song, because the song, it's the voice actor of Zia is actually the one that's singing the song. But this is the first time when you speak to Zia, she actually says something to you. Like, she may say something to you when you bring her items and stuff, but Ruckus is the one narrating it for her. As compared to now, she's actually speaking. She's the one saying, so let's see, you have to, those are some tough shoes to fill kind of a thing. Right now I'm just going to bring 1 point up with each of them, just the minimum to kind of make the decision. Right now we're going to do the evacuation, that way you guys could see, what if I didn't bring Zolf home with me? What if I just left him behind and let him die? Well, he's missing. The survivors that are left, they're on the left side, and where Zolf would be is just more open air. One thing to notice is this kind of reminds me more of a sunset than a sunrise. As you can see, the stars are above the Bastion. If I'm correct, maybe I'm wrong, but the first time around I didn't see any stars. It just looked more like a sunrise. When it's panning down, once it gets to the bottom and it kind of ends everything, it doesn't really look like a sunrise. So this game definitely has some portions where it's open to interpretation. This being one of those pieces.
Mm-hmm. And I know some games, sometimes, I'm not a big fan of it, but they sometimes feel biased with this because it looks like it's a bit darker lighting. Like I said, it looks like a sunset. It almost makes it feel like you made the wrong decision.
Or at least like something you did was wrong. But, that's really, once again, open to interpretation. Maybe you're getting that feeling just because when I played through and everything, maybe it's just my fault that it seems that way. A lot of the times people, you say that the wrong choices and everything. And the first thing that I think of is Mass Effect. How the Paragon and Renegade options and stuff. And though you may choose full Renegade, and you get you might feel like maybe you're making bad decisions, but the game still rewards you. Almost, I want to say almost equally. I'm not quite sure. I still haven't finished my Renegade run, but almost equally to a regular Paragon run. Something also worth noting is these images are actually flopped because of what had happened. So, as last time, where this same image is on the right side, now it's on the left side. When this,
the little things.
Yeah, little things, attention to detail, kind of a thing. Right now, we're going to see it pan off, and where Zolf should be, it's replaced with another image because hey, we didn't bring him home. We left him behind. So it just kind of jump cuts over Zolf because, he's not the woman of the house anymore, and it just goes straight to Zia, the true woman of the house. And there's Zia, responding positively. Now she has that freedom feel and everything because we'll see during the dream sequence 2, if I'm correct, when she was a kid, she was kind of limited. Her dad kind of, in a way, oppressed her.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, the Ceylonians oppressed the Urans, so... Ooh!
Now, any other changes now left on that one? On this one?
No. We just go straight to Ruckus once again. The 3 remaining survivors. We kind of just jump over Zolf. After this one pans away, we're gonna jump right into the next alternative ending, be it the restoration ending. And though I did not I did not put in both restoration endings. I only put in one because in the end, they're the exact same ending. The exact same results happen, everything gets restarted. What's interesting to note, too, though, is some things that occur during the post-game commentary. At least stuff that Ruckus says. So here we are. Here we have Zolf getting whomped on again.
It's good to see, over and over.
And this time, I don't know, maybe it's just the goodness in me, even though everything restarts anyways, I'm going to take him with me. Once again, at least with my bond in this game, I felt Zolf, even if it's a carcass, deserves to come home. And ironically, though, I keep saying that he's coming home and stuff like that. I actually just realized this. His theme song is Mother, I'm Coming Home.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that his backstory in the dream sequences show that he was an orphan. He didn't have a family. He was adopted by a missionary, Ceylonian missionary that came to the terminals where the Ura live and, adopted him because it's funny, he was caught red-handed stealing from him. Zolf was, at least. And taught him his manners, taught him how to be a proper gentleman, like Ruckus says. And kind of makes him who he is. And so here we have me still getting shot. At this point, I'm surprised that they didn't just like shove a bunch of arrows into the kid.
Into Zolf?
Yeah, or Zolf. Yeah. But now this hits the point where they step aside and they realize, hey, he cares about Zolf, which is one of our countrymen, even through the betrayal and everything. So just go. Get out.
Minus that guy.
Yeah, minus that guy. That guy still shot at me. But he was severely punished.
And then now, we're going to be seeing a different scene because now we saw both evacuations. So
yeah, we saw both evacuation endings.
Restorations.
We're going to do the restoration. And once again, I'm going to just kind of...
No dialogue shifts from Ruckus or Zia? Or...
No. Once again...
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah. Here we go. More dramatic effect.
I think like the game, in order to enforce more New Game Plus playthroughs, though, I would appreciate the endings being a bit more varied. Yeah. They're different, but not enough to the point where, at least personally, I would feel it's worth maybe no more than one other playthrough. Especially if the level up system isn't going to be as rewarding as I thought it would be. Great game though, but it's getting its worth as a Xbox Live Arcade title.
Something definitely worth noting, though, jeez. Something definitely worth noting is the New Game Plus has separate dialogue, and though it might not feel as rewarding when you're getting the new potions and stuff, there are new things that are unlockable in the New Game Plus that weren't there before. Uh, New idols, new different types of potions. If they say, if I remember correctly, they umped up the difficulty a bit. You know, more experience and everything, etc., etc. They bring everything out. Right here, I'm doing the one little thing again. I'm gonna talk to him, talk to her, then I'm gonna, reset everything. It's hinted in the New Game Plus, which is very interesting. It's hinted in the New Game Plus that you don't stop the calamity from happening again. So that kind of leads more towards the New Game Plus, where the New Game Plus is, you're redoing the whole story again. Here's the final achievement that I'm going to be showing off to everyone, the end. As where the one before that was the beginning. Now we have the end. It's finished. This is a new sprite. Regardless of not you bring Zolf, he does not appear in this photo. Interesting enough.
So, that's why you're not showing off the other one. It would have been the same.
Yeah, it's the same photo sequence as well. So, regardless, it really doesn't make a difference. What I was saying with the New Game Plus, though, is that the dialogue's a bit different, and it hints that when you restart the calamity, it doesn't stop the calamity from happening again. You may be resetting the time back to before the calamity, but that doesn't mean that the events leading up to it won't occur once again. So that kind of leans more into the New Game Plus, where it's like, whoa, deja vu. I thought I said this already. It's like, well, maybe because you restarted the calamity, but didn't stop it from happening.
Yeah, this one does feel more like a darker ending.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like sunset or anything like that. It looks more like just a straight dusk.
I guess an evil ending. Or not evil ending, just I don't know. I'm leaving it up to interpretation.
A darker ending. But at the same time, if with at least the people, you have to live with that burden of, am I going to let all these people remain dead? These entire, nations worth of people, these people the ethnicity that I come from or whatever, am I going to let them stay dead if I have the option to bring them back? Oh, right, something worth mentioning. During Zolf's backstory, it details that leading up to the calamity, he actually just got engaged, and he was set to get married. And so in this photo, it's showing him getting married. What had happened was he was at his bachelor's party.
To not an Ulala?
Yeah, to a non-Ulala. He gets married to a Ceylondian girl.
Oh, okay.
So what ends up happening is during his bachelor party, he gets a little too wasted and might have passed out in his underground cellar, which ends up saving him from the calamity.
Oh, okay.
And when he wakes up, he goes topside and realizes everybody is gone, including, his wife-to-be. And that's why he has that blank stare staring straight up into the sky with his jaw dropped.
And that one was Zia.
Yeah, Zia being, kind of forced along this path. There's the kid, working once again on the rippling walls. More on his backstory is that, his family, he doesn't have a father. His mother passes away when he joins the military, and when he comes back, finds out that she's been gone. All the money that he's been sending home, it's going nowhere. So yeah, it does seem a little darker. Right here we have Ruckus, though, working on the Bastion still. There's the monument in the background with the squirt helping. Always with the squirt helping. So yeah, that's definitely something worth noting. Once again, everything stays the same if you were to bring Zolf or leave him behind, at least with the restoration ending. So we'll end up seeing you guys next time for the dream sequences, and we'll go delve a little bit into the backstories.
Awesome.
Anything for you?
Nothing. We'll be seeing you guys next part.
Hasta la vista.